will give you my worship. I will give you devotion.
Okay.
Jesus. When you step in the room, I know who I am.
Purpose. We are going over to Belize. We are going to bring him on right now. We're going to talk to Mr. Mervin Budram. We're going to learn about him and what he does, where he is, what he's doing, what his name stands for, all the good things. This is MD with one called Purpose. That's right, Virginia. You got to say it, something new. You got to speak it into the atmosphere, something new.
His holiness. Like some master, the royal priesthood, God's child. I will do right by him. We will do right by you, God. Oh, I am chosen for purpose. Hey, 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 that's me. Oh, we are chosen by purpose. Hey, 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 that's me. Oh, I am chosen for purpose. Hey, 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 that's me. Oh, we are chosen by purpose. Hey, 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 that's me. When you step away you go, I will go and let the whole world know that you're the living water. Hey, away you move, I will move, just stepping on the groove and let the whole world see that you're a living water. You're a living water. Oh, I am chosen for purpose. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay. I got him. Let me fix everything. This work. Mic check. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He's a Christian parranda fusion artist. We're gonna find out what that is, right? And worship leader. His style can be described as authentic, passionate, culturally infused spiritual melodies with a contemporary crossover appeal. Ooh la la. All right, what else we got here? MD brings a Caribbean praise and worship experience with a prophetic, spontaneous edge that moves listeners to freedom and wholeness. Mr. Mervin Budram is the artist of the week on GL365 Radio this week. He doesn't even know that. But yes. And he's gonna, let me bring him on. So I told you about him. All right. There he is. Welcome.
Miss Joanne, good. Well, for me, it's still morning, but I think for everyone else, it's evening. So I want to say good morning, good evening, good day to everyone out there in the digital radio streaming world.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. They call you Mervin Budram, MD. And are you a medical doctor?
No, I'm not a medical doctor, but I am a musical doctor.
Oh, that's what the MD stands for, musical doctor. See, I knew I had to ask you that. So welcome and say hello to our listeners. We have listeners all over. We are with RVR in Jamaica. We are with Unity Radio in South Florida and Gospel Vibes FM in Connecticut and a whole heap of people on there and the chat room of family. We are Mixcloud, TuneIn Radio. And I'm sure we have folks over in Belize listening.
Definitely. Well, I just want to say greetings from Belize. Shout out from Belize on behalf of my family and ministry. I want to just say hello. What's coming. I wanted to say something in Garifuna just now, but I went blank, right? But I say Buiti Benafi. That's good morning in Garifuna. That's one of the dialects that we speak here in Belize. So Buiti Benafi.
Okay. Garifuna.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know you as a musical artist, but you do so much more, and time will not permit us to go through all of what you do. However, we will touch on some of the things because I want to know a little bit about Belize and so on and so forth. And I know you play guitar.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so to start things off, I would like for you to pick up the guitar. And we are going to start with one of your new release, your latest release. It's called Take the Gospel. I'm going to give you the floor right now.
All right, let me go grab the guitar.
Okay, so he went to grab the guitar and then he'll be back on and he's going to bring one of his release for us. It's called Take the Gospel, and I think that one is also on Rhythm. Take the Gospel. So if you're just joining us, we are talking to MD, musical director, Mr. Mervin Budram out there in Belize. Okay, I'm waiting for him to come back on screen. Let me see. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud, loud, loud.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Da 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 na na. Na na na. Time to take the gospel out to the street, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power of God's Spirit, I know we could do it. Time to take the gospel out to the street, running with God's power in my feet. Oh yeah, heal the sick, raise the dead, yes, I know we could do it. Listen up, my friends, you have the power and authority to drive out demons, cure diseases, preach the kingdom of God to the people in your backyard and abroad. Don't worry where you sleep, give the bread of life, shake the dust off your feet, and know God will always make a way for the people who has lost their way. Time to take the gospel out to the streets, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power of God's Spirit, I know we could do it. Hey, time to take the gospel out to the street, running with God's power in my feet. Boy, heal the sick, raise the dead, yes, I know we could do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's time to stand up strong and be a light in this your generation. Youth man, hold your ground as we take Jesus Christ to the nation. Boy, village to village and tongue to tongue, share the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Again, village to village and town to town, share the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Time to take the gospel out to the streets, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power of God's Spirit, I know we could do it. Whoa, whoa, all the nation, take now the gospel out to the streets. Running with God's power in my feet. Hey, heal the sick, raise the dead, yes, I know we could do it. The gospel out to the streets, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power of God's Spirit, I know we could do it. Hey, me tell you everybody, village to village and tongue to tongue, make we take the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Again me sing, village to village, make we go tongue to tongue. Hey, hear the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Again, no. God will always make a way for the sheep who has lost his way. Time to take the gospel out to the streets, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power of God's Spirit, I know we could do it. Time to take the gospel out to the streets, running with God's power in my feet. Heal the sick, raise the dead, yes, I know we could do it. It's time to stand up strong and be a light in this your generation. Youth man, hold your ground as you take Jesus Christ. Village to village and tongue to tongue. Share the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Again, village to village and tongue to tongue. Share the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Take the gospel out to the streets, cruising on this sweet reggae beat. Filled with the power. I know we could win. Time to take the gospel out to the streets. Yeah. Power in the feet.
Tongue to tongue, village to village, reggae villa to the street, village to village, tongue to tongue. I got it.
Never give up, never back down. Remember, you're God's ambassador of love. Again, village to village, tongue to tongue. Share the good news to everyone around you. Never give up, never.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. So that was Take the Gospel.
Take the Gospel.
All right, and it's the latest one of your release. All right. Okay, so before we continue, I want to know some things about Belize. Let's talk about Belize. Belize, I'm hearing Belize is in the Caribbean.
Yes.
I'm from the Caribbean. I never seen Belize.
It's an interesting one. We are a unique country. First of all, we're the only English-speaking country in this region, and we are part of the Caribbean. So we have the Caribbean in front of us, and then we have Mexico on top of us, Honduras below us, and Guatemala behind us. So we're part of Central America and the Caribbean, right? So we're in a unique space. We're very unique.
Yes. So tell me about the language, because you sound a little like the Virgin Islanders. You sound like you're from the U.S. Virgin Islands. So y'all are mixed up there. What language do you guys speak out there?
The language of the land is English and Creole, which is it's like a patois type Creole. I call it lazy man English, right?
Lazy man English. That's
lazy
very
man
unique.
English.
So when you say Creole patois, it's not the French dialect.
It's not the French dialect. So, like for instance, I was like, where to go on it you over there?
Where to
go on over there? So,
man, that's broken English. We call that.
I call it lazy man English.
I think it's a real English. It's a real English, because studying English, I know English is everything but English.
Yes.
English come from Greek, Latin, all sort of languages, and then it makes English. That's why there's so much root. So lazy man English, all right, we'll take it. But your Creole, is that what you call it? Jamaicans call it patois. We call it kokoi in my village. I don't know where we get that from, but that's what we call it. So let me ask you, what is the most dominant music genre over in Belize?
That's a very good question. Paranda is our cultural music, right? So that's we're the descendants from the African slaves that came from the Senegal era here, and so there was a lot of drumming in the music. So the Paranda and Punta is kind of part of our cultural song. So we do Brokdong, Paranda, and Punta. Those are part of our cultural song. And then obviously we adopt the other Caribbean island songs like soca, reggae, etc. Right? But our heart song in this country is more Paranda, Brokdong, and then Punta rap.
So do you have any of that?
Yes, I do. I do actually. There's a song on my album Break Free. It's called Give Life. It starts with Paranda. It's a Paranda drum, and then it goes into Punta. So normally Paranda and Punta goes together. Very hype, very upbeat, very high energy when you talk Punta, and Paranda is very chill, laid back, and enjoy the vibes,
My friend Virginia is saying we need to go to Belize. That has already been established, Virginia. You just have to come along. All right. So I understood that there are many cultural influences on the Belize culture. Can you tell me some of those?
Yeah, so we call ourselves like a potluck, a bilup as a country. We have many ethnicity living here. We have the Garifuna, as I mentioned. There's Mayans, there's Asians, there's Indians, there's Spanish. Like you find it all here, right? You find it all here, and so
Right.
and if the wonderful thing about it, we all live together in unity. Like there's not a lot of tension that happens. Like we just kind of vibes together.
Interesting. That's good. But your last name, Budram.
Budram, yes.
Budram. Okay,
Yeah.
so where did that originated from?
My grandfather is actually from India, right? My grandfather is from India, and then he
Okay.
migrated here to Belize and married my grandma, which is a Spanish. So I'm
Okay,
Spanish,
Indian Spanish.
Indian, and Garifuna, and Garifuna is mixed of the African and the
African.
white slaves the white man that was here. So that's how the Garifuna kind of people. I'm very mixed up.
Okay, I was just about to ask you, what is your race? What is
Yeah.
your what do
we
you?
we identify with Creole. That's how we identify. When you're mixed, we identify with Creole.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a mix up a Creole.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounding good. Now, I'm speaking to you. I told you I was from Dominica.
Yeah.
And you kind of established for me that you and Christopher Columbus had something in common. Christopher Columbus' story
Oh, my.
being that he set off to go to West India and ended up in the Caribbean, hence the term West Indies. You said you're supposed to go to Dominican Republic
yeah.
for a couple months, 3 months,
Uh-huh.
and you actually thought you were going to Dominica until you landed in.
Yes.
So what happened there?
I was doing a 3 months training course, an event management course, and I said like, where can I do this course? And I was looking online and I saw I just saw Dominique, and I thought it was Dominica, and I was like, oh, I want to go there, and so I bought my tickets, I did everything. And I bought the right ticket. Imagine that, right? I bought the right ticket for the right country for this event. But when I landed and I'm looking at the signs, the welcome signs, and then people start talking Spanish to me. I'm like, wait, what happened? Where am I at here? So I honestly thought I was headed to Dominica, and I end up in the Dominican Republic.
Yes. Okay, well, guess what? There's still opportunities and time for you to go visit the Nature Island.
Yeah,
In case,
yes.
just for you not be confused with the DR, just look for the Nature Island.
The
Dominica,
Nature Island.
The Nature Island of the Caribbean.
My wife will make sure I don't mess up this time. She's into
Yeah.
geography. I'm horrible
You
at
skip
geography.
class. You skip
Yes, I
class
skipped
that day.
that
That's
class.
what happened. You make all that two back. You make a two back. All right. Before we continue, I'm gonna play that song. I love that feeling. I love it. You tell us about it.
MD. Oh, don't believe my friends. Oh, don't believe
I love
again.
that feeling I get when you're right beside me. Jesus, you are right beside me. Oh gosh, you're right beside me. That joyful feeling I get when you're right beside me. Father, you are right beside me. Holy Spirit's right inside me. There's a fire in my bones. It's moving. Let the Spirit take control. For the Son has set me free, and I'm truly free indeed. Brings the joy inside of me for eternity. I love that feeling I get when you're right beside me. Jesus, you are right beside me. Oh gosh, you're right beside me. That joyful feeling I get when you're right beside me. Father, you are right beside me. Holy Spirit's right inside me. When I'm feeling down and low, your grace comes true. God, I really need you more. True love restore. Holy Spirit, clean me up. Fix me from the inside out. All I really wanna do is stay close to you. I love that feeling I get when you're right beside me. Jesus, you are right beside me. Oh gosh, you're right beside me. That joyful feeling I get when you're right beside me. Father, you are right beside me. Holy Spirit's right inside me.
As I look to me left and I look to me right, Jesus Christ, the right by my side. Never let me down and take me out of his sight. I bet what I did tell you different shit over your man. Cause Jesus Christ, he must pick me up. Holy Spirit, hold me down. Father God, he must spin me wrong and I wrong and I wrong and he never let me down. As I look to me left and I look to me right, Jesus Christ, the right by my side. Never let me down and take me out of his sight. I bet what I did tell you different shit over your man. I say, Jesus Christ, he must pick me up. Holy Spirit, hold me down. Father God, he must spin me wrong and I wrong and I wrong and he never
I
let me
love
down.
that feeling I get when you're right beside me. Jesus, you are right beside
Yeah, I love that feeling. I could tell by the music, it's like you could tell the mix in the culture because
Yeah.
of nice soca, like a VI thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love reggae you into everything. So love that feeling. That was on what rhythm?
This is the inspired rhythm.
It
It's a
is
inspired rhythm. Yeah.
Yes. And who else is on there? No, I think Emran.
Imran is on this rhythm. We have Messenger. We have Akil and Camille. We have Christian Massive, DBA on this rhythm. Monty Sweet out of Bahamas. So we have quite a few artists. 5 islands representing on this project.
You said Blessed Messenger is on that one too?
Non-blessed Messenger. In Belize, there's an
Messenger.
artist, Messenger. Yeah,
Oh,
Messenger.
Messenger. Okay, see, I gotta verify that because when you said Messenger, I'm thinking I didn't get that one. Okay. All right, and then we have another one. It's called More of You.
More of you, yeah.
I'm gonna play that one. It's with an Alicia Norales. Is that from
Yes.
Belize also?
Yeah, she's from Belize.
Okay, let me play that one.
Spirit of God rain down, Spirit of God move on me. Yeah. Check on the glory fall, fill up my life, come change me. Hey, MD again, out of Belize, my friends. We got the antidote for you. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, higher, higher. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, Lord. Holy water, refresh the dry places of my heart. Holy Father, pour out your spirit upon all hearts. We're in the last days, surely the end time is near. Rise up with strong faith, nah man, we don't need to be scared. The earth is groaning for the sons and daughters revealed. It's time to change the atmosphere. His spirit's moving over the waters and seas, deep calling to deep. Mighty hand of God come heal, holy fire resting over the children of God. Big tune! Every tribe and tongue is crying out. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, higher, higher. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, Lord. Holy water, refresh the dry places of my heart. Holy Father, pour out your spirit upon all hearts. The river is flowing. If you need healing, jumping. The water is rising. All the earth soon will see this great disruption by the power of God. His mighty hand will touch the world and all will see His glory shining through the people of God. His plan arising. All the earth rejoice. Promise of prosper and a long life's reward. Every tribe and tongue is crying out. Spirit of God rain down, Spirit of God move on me. Check on the glory fall, fill up my life, come change me. Spirit of God rain down, Spirit of God move on me. Check on the glory fall, fill up my life, come change me.
There is healing virtue flowing in this place. Push through the crowded mind, draw from His grace. Just a touch is all I really need this day. His amazing love, His amazing grace.
We're in the last days, surely the end times is near. Rise up with strong faith, nah man, we don't need to be scared. Whoa! The earth is groaning for the sons and daughters revealed. It's time to change the atmosphere. His spirit's moving over the waters and seas, deep calling too deep. Mighty hand of God come heal, holy fire resting over the children of God. Every tribe and tongue is crying out. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, higher, higher. More love, more power, more joy each and every hour. More of you in me corner, take me higher, Lord. Holy water, refresh the dry places of my heart. Come and stir my heart. Holy Father, pour out your spirit
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jesus, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And my
Ah.
friend is, I'm telling you, my friend is like, we go into Belize. And let me tell you, music is very influential.
Yeah.
Very influential. And if your country have good music, people go and visit. I must say that from learning music from Anguilla is what encouraged me and enticed me to go visit Anguilla years ago. And when I told the DJ friend, he's like, really? I said, yeah, because I heard the music and I was like, surely something good is going on there. That was years ago. So Belize is on the very top of my list, and I just got comfy. So we're going to Belize. So make sure you tell your government that because of the work, the music that you're making, well, actually, Ministry of Tourism. All right, so I know a little something about you. I want you to tell our listeners, when you are not making music, it's not all we can do. Trust me, we cannot do all.
Yeah.
Some of the things that keep you busy, some of the things that you do out there in Belize, and maybe that will include the youth, because I know you're very passionate about youth. Something that's also near and dear to my heart. So what do you do? What do you do when you're not making music all the time?
So when I'm not making music, I'm with my family. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I have 3 girls. So that I want to say shout out to them. They're watching right now. That's Chloe, Grace, and Eva. And then also I'm an entrepreneur. I'm business owner. I run a digital marketing company. So we do branding, we do marketing, websites, all of that fun stuff. But my passion really lies in helping people step in, inspiring people to freedom and wholeness. And we do that through youth ministry. We do that through music. We do that through worship. So I'm a worship pastor at my church. I'm also a pastor at my church. I speak, I preach on a regular basis at my church. And then my wife and I, we were the directors of a youth organization, and we hosted conferences annually, outreach ministry annually, and we recently actually had a worship night. This was like two weeks ago.
2 weeks, I think I watched that. I saw that.
We had 500 youths that came out for that. 500 youths, and it was just pure worship, and just a night of worship. We had 4 worship teams, and it was just cycling. And it was amazing, such an amazing atmosphere. So that's what charges me up. That's what excites me. I love imparting into the next generation. I love pouring what God has given me into them. And then we're having October 8th, we're actually doing a Take the Gospel Youth Fest, and it's an evangelistic outreach to this next generation of leaders and young people, unchurched, unsaved young people. So outside of me, it's all kind of connected with the music and ministry, but there's different facets of it. So we work with the marketplace and business, and then we also work in the church and in ministry as well. And I also have a talk show that I also do as well. That is aired globally in Belize. Yeah, the Creative Monday Discussion Show.
What is it called?
The Creative Monday Discussion Show.
Ooh, creative.
It's a business talk show. We talk to business owners, entrepreneurs, and just on tips and tools in how to do business better, improve our lives, and grow our business.
Virginia, write this down. Creative Mondays. We're going to look for that. Yes, everybody, look for that. Creative Mondays. I'm sure there's a lot of tools and stuff that we could benefit, because in this day and age, we need a lot of additional income, supplemental income,
definitely.
because the bill and them gone up. Actually, I was driving to work one morning and I saw the light bill. I'm like, whose house is that? That's not my house.
I hear you.
I was like, that's not my house. That's not my house.
Our fuel bill went up radically. I mean, it's been crazy.
And they don't go down, even when gas goes down, they don't go down. That's the trick. I don't know about that. I got to talk to somebody about that, because
oh man.
But I like what you're doing with the youth, and of course I looked at that. It was just strictly youth. It has been a long time since I looked at an event and saw all these young people just worship, singing, leading, doing all of that. I actually love it very much. So you are indeed having an impact on the generation, and I hope that it can catch on in the other islands, and we could make a big impact for the kingdom with the youth, because I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And the youths are the future, and we always say that, but I don't know if we take that serious. And the youths are the future, so we have to. Actually, my company, we made a decision recently. My wife and I, we run our company together, and we said, X amount percentage of our staff has to be youths, because we got to pour into the next generation, and then
I agree.
we're complaining that we don't have good workers to come into the workspace, but are we investing in the next generation to prepare them? So we've decided that a percentage of our staff will always be young people between the ages of 18 and 26.
Okay, that's good because like I was saying, I even see some adults encouraging the youth, and then we forgot what we were taught. The reason why we are grounded is because our parents imparted in us and trained us in the way that today we can be the adults who we are. So we have to do the same for the young people, and I'm so very impressed with what you're doing. And I'll be watching everything. And Virginia said we're going, so we are coming to
well, you're always welcome. October is here. I know you have school, but you can take a little holiday, and
you don't with me. You don't tell me them kind of things there because, oh Lord, we'll do. Yeah. So that's good. Now, I have a question for you. Have you always been singing gospel songs?
Yes, I'm one of those kids who was born in the pews, as my mom would say. I was born when I was born. The doctor gave me up to die. My mom wasn't a Christian, but she was aware of God, and the doctor told my mom, in 3 hours your son will die because my lungs, heart, and liver wasn't working. And my mom told the doctor, "You're not God. Only God can make that decision." She took me from that doctor, took me to a pastor who prayed for me, and God did a miracle. And so that was how my mom got saved. And then my dad got saved after that. And I pretty much grew up in the church. My mom said I would just walk around the house singing worship music all the time. And when I was 9 years old, I started to play on the worship team at my church, playing drums actually. And that was I've been doing worship in the church since I was 9 years old. And I've had many opportunities to do secular music. I've been approached by many secular artists to play. One of them even told me, "Hey, you're playing in the studio. No one will know it's you." But God gave me a conviction in my heart that I'm not supposed to touch secular music. So I don't do it. I don't play it. Even if it's behind the scenes, I don't do it. I've always ministered and give my total all to God and for the kingdom of God.
Okay, so I have two questions, and I'm going to come back to that in a minute. But you said you do artist branding. What exactly does that entail? Artist branding, what is that?
A lot of artists, they do their music and they have their music, but the language that this world speaks is excellence. And there's a brand. We all carry a brand. And so your brand is your DNA. It's the core of who you are. What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your purpose? What's your values? Things that you will do and you don't do. And then you take that and what image will you put out there? So most of the time when people think branding, they think about the visuals, the pictures and all of that. But the branding goes deeper than that. It goes back to the vision. It goes back to your mission. It goes back to your purpose. Why am I doing this? So for me, my purpose in music is to inspire. Actually, my purpose in everything we do is to inspire people to freedom and wholeness. So everything that we do has to connect with that. Right? And our vision as a ministry is to see whole people that know God and express him freely. So everything that we do, and that's part of the brand. So I help artists get clear on their vision. I help them get the discipline to do the work, and then so they can get the results and put their brand out there.
Okay, so I'll be making some referrals. All right. My question, you said you never done secular show, but something happened in 2009 that I'm trying to understand. I want you to tell me exactly how you did this. I think you were Carnival King in Belize.
Yes, I was. Yes.
So explain that to my listeners because they're trying to figure out that.
Yeah. So I don't produce secular music. Right? But I also believe that light belongs in the darkness. We are to go into dark places and bring the light of God, right? So there was this was in 2009. We're coming around this time and they say, "Hey, there's this carnival." Actually, I was producing a song for my cousin. He was entering into the competition for the carnival's competition, and it was all about Belize and what our culture, our people, and what good we have to say about it. And I just did a song. I just wrote. I got inspired and I wrote a song, "Jump for Belize," and I sent it to a friend of mine, and he entered the song. I didn't even enter it. He entered the song. And next thing I got a call from the organizers, and they're like, "You are in the final. You're one of the finalists to come and do this song." And I, what? And then they're like, you are to come and practice at the band and perform the song live. No, I haven't been doing music. I was in the producer's cap for a while. I was producing artists, but I wasn't performing. So anyways, I showed up. I literally showed up from work. I had on this big Clarks boots and I walked in and I looked like a businessman in a suit. And the band looked at me and they're like, okay, who's this guy? And when they started to play and I took the stage and I rehearsed, they stopped playing and they run to me and said, this song is going to win. Well, then the night of the carnival came up, the competition, and my mom actually came. She prayed for me. She just started praying in tongues and praying for me. I took that stage and something switched on inside of me. I mean, what happened that day, and let me kind of let you guys understand. Up to that point, all the songs that was coming out for Carnival was grungy, crazy song. That year, the song that was playing was a song of if you check out the lyrics, it's lift up Belize, raise up the Belize. We talk about we have to come out of addiction, drug abuse, and the affliction. Yes. And I was like, come out of that and truly celebrate. And celebration is not about drugs, it's not about sex, it's not about and that's what I was singing about. But the chorus was so hooky and the music was so epic.
I got it.
You know, it was amazing, right? And so, anyways, that's kind of how that ended up, and that song just really played all over the country for a year.
Here it is, people. Jump for Belize, the song that wins Carnival 2009.
Let's raise up Belize. It's time to fight for the country. It's time to live up the country. It's time to jump for Belize and shout for Belize and let's raise up Belize. It's time to fight for the country. It's time to live up the country. We have to rise up from addictions, drug abuse, and the afflictions. Where they go one with the nation. Still we want to have celebration. Another birthday for me nation. I need more drama separation. I want to be a light for me nation. Ooh, with no hesitation. I am a young Belizean, born and raised in this wonderful life. Let's rise up and understand Belize, family country from the sea to the sun. Everywhere in Belize that I man go, so much pretty face and so much people to know. You can go from Corozal to Toledo, San Pedro or San Diego. Jump for Belize and shout for Belize and let's raise up Belize.
I can see why they like this song. I can see why they like this song.
Gosh.
I can see why they like this
You took
song.
me back.
That's interesting, you know, because I have two other friends, gospel artists, who entered into competitions in their various countries, and now we add you to that list. That's good. Going into all the world and sing the gospel.
Yep.
I said it. So that was good. So that experience was something I'm sure you will always remember.
Definitely.
And that's a great testimony. I like that. And of course, before we go, I know you're going to do something else because you are the artist of the week this on GL365 Radio. Your song, Send Me, I'll Go. I'm trying to see it's number 4 on the chart this week. And you are the artist of the week, and you are the first person that I get to tell that face to face, vis-a-vis artist of the week.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Blessings on GL365.
Yeah, so that's the one thing you're gonna do. And before you go, I want you to tell our listeners how they could connect with you, how they could find you on social media.
Yeah. So you could connect with me. The first place is my website, mdfreedommusic.com. That's mdfreedommusic.com. And then you can search for MD Freedom Music on all platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you can find my music there. But again, mdfreedommusic.com is a place to go to get the 411 on what's happening with our ministry here.
Awesome. Wisdom in the chat room is telling you congrats.
Thanks, Wisdom. Blessings on Wisdom, man.
Is that the Wisdom that sings the song that I just played? Is that Wisdom? And I don't, because people have common name, but Wisdom, yeah, he says thanks. All right. I have another question for you. Just the final question. Have you ever seen the TV show Meet the Browns?
No. Yes. That's what Madia, right? That's one of Madia's one.
Yeah. Meet the Bronx, and there's a Mr. Brown on there.
Yes, yes.
And has anyone told you that you look like Mr. Brown?
No, no one. But I was actually, as you said it just now, I looked at myself. I was like, you know what?
Let me tell you. I said, I'm talking to him. No, this is not Mr. Brown, is it? You have celebrity look. You look like Mr. Brown, and I know Virginia and them will agree. You do. All right. So we're gonna close up with this one. You have your guitar? Or you go? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do tracks. I'm gonna do it with tracks. Yeah.
Okay, so you can find him. Look for him on YouTube. Look for him on Instagram. Look for him on everywhere. And he is doing a lot of things. And if you are passionate about youth and want to attend some of the events they have in Belize, just send him a message. And guess what? We have to connect. He's from the Caribbean, right? And we don't want him going to the wrong islands again. We want him to go where he ought to go. So he's going to close it off with singing this one. This one is number 4 on the GLN Top 10 Soca. Send me, I'll go. It's on the Goodness Rhythm. Let's go. Thank you so much on behalf of GL365 and all of us at VR Radio.
MD music, freedom music, out of Belize again. Hey. Would you give me a message? Would you give me your words to unlock your people, to go back to the world and preach the gospel to the lost and confused, broken, homeless, prostitute, forsaken? Jesus, heal them. Hey, down on the inside, fill them with your life. Oh, Jesus, save them. Hey, draw them to your side, come restore their lives. For the streets are ripe with fruit, but the workers they are few. Who will go forth with God's truth? Here I am, God, I need you, Lord. As I go, send me. I will go, send me to the lost. I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow and go, send me. Father, I will go, send me to the lost. I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow and go. Hey, to the anxious, fearless, sick and depressed, I'll go. Hey, to the hungry, poor, blind and hopeless. They're trapped in brokenness. They've lost their confidence. Cycle of violence. God, bring your presence and come heal them. Hey, get truth on the inside. Lord, you paid the price. Oh, Jesus, save them. Hey, draw them to your side. Come restore their lives. For the streets are ripe with fruit. Hey, for the workers they are few. Who will go forth with God's truth? Here I am, God, I need you, Lord. As I go, send me. Father, I will go, send me. To the lost, I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow and go, send me. Father, I will go, send me. To the lost, I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow and go, send me. Father, I will go, send me. To the lost, I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow and go, send me. Father, I will go, send me. To the lost, I'll go, send me. Holy Spirit, I will follow. If I can, no, hey. I will go for you. I will go for you. Here I am. Music, freedom music, out of Belize again. Would you give me a message? Would you give me your words to unlock your people, to go back to the world and preach the gospel to the lost and confused, broken, homeless, prostitute, forsaken? Jesus, heal them. Hey, down on the inside, fill them with your life. Oh, Jesus, save them. Hey, draw them to your side, come restore the lives. For the streets are ripe with fruit, but the workers they are few. Who will go forth with God's truth? Here I am, God, I need you. As I go,